Hello there, everybody. Niko Linni here, bringing you another poetry reading. That's right, we're doing two in one day, namely so I can get this series caught up with the poems as they're posted on the Dream Parallax site, which is the main site that I'm uploading all of my poems and short stories and other things that I do. As always, you can find a link to the original poem and the Dream Parallax page in the description down below. So, that being said, let's get on into the second poem for today. This one is Newfound Rabbit Habits. Embracing these newfound habits, down the rabbit hole with a spin, a decision to go and chase rabbits. A simple self-permit to walk through the looking glass within, embracing these newfound habits. Fell into being a babbit and gave the old habits an examine, a decision to go and chase rabbits. A new wonderland is soon to inhabit. The change of path is soon to begin, embracing these newfound habits. Red and black squares will not prohibit, herein they shall not be the ones to determine, a decision to go and chase rabbits. Avoiding the enclosing tidbits, the time has come, a sure grin, embracing these newfound habits, a decision to go and chase rabbits. So, as you probably can imagine, the inspiration for this came from Alice in Wonderland. I'd actually been listening to Jefferson Airplane's White Rabbit, and originally there was just a mention of chasing rabbits and down the rabbit hole. And again, this was a poem written for my class last semester. And people suggested to play up the underlying Alice in Wonderland imagery. Originally, the whole thing about the looking glass and the red and black squares were not in the original poem, and there's a lot of you are doing this, you are doing that, and some people don't like that. They're like, well, if I don't like these ideas or I don't know what's going on, then it makes it difficult to identify with the poem. So I decided, well, you know what, I'll change it to make it sound like it's me. However, there's a challenge. As some of you may have recognized, this is in a Villanelle format. That is, you have the first few stanzas, first five stanzas are in three lines each, and then the final stanza is 4 lines. And as you probably noticed, there is a repetition. You see embracing these newfound habits and a decision to go and chase rabbits repeating. Those repeat in a specific pattern. But you see what I did with the Villanelle also is I added in pentameter. And for those who don't know, aren't familiar with meter, basically there's 10 syllables per line. So I couldn't just simply add I'm and me and things like that, because that would add syllables to the line, and I had to find some way of coming up with making it clear that somebody's going through some kind of change. And so I just came up with these embracing down and these things that make it sound like somebody is doing an action. And if you're wondering what the idea behind chasing rabbits and newfound habits is, it's referring to new avenues and new thoughts and new ways of looking at life. So I used the Alice in Wonderland as kind of like, you know, you're starting down this new ideology. Maybe it's a new philosophy. Maybe it's a new spirituality. Heck, maybe you decided I like writing poetry, and so you're kind of tumbling down the rabbit hole, trying to find your way around, making friends, things like that. There's references to falling back into old habits, falling back into the old ways. That's what fell into being a babbit and gave the old habits an examine means. It's, you feel yourself falling back to those old bad habits, and you're like, okay, I gotta examine and get myself out of here. And the red and black squares is supposed to be other people, people trying to force you into their own ways and their own methods of doing things. And so it's like, no, these squares will not prohibit me from choosing what to do with myself. I'm going to go forward and do these things. So, yeah. This is another fun one to write. I really liked it. Especially doing the rewrite. The rewrite was challenging, but I think overall it came out being better. And if you're wondering why I used I used pentameter, it's because I really just like the rhythm that comes with it. It's just like a do. That's kind of funny, but I just really like writing with iams. I just like the rhythm and the potential for music that comes out of it, and the challenge. It's very challenging. It's very challenging to constrain yourself that way, because you really have to be economic with your word choices. because you can't just add a bunch of articles, you can't just add a bunch of words. You have to be careful that you don't go over that limit. It's kind of like Twitter. Like, I kind of have a bit of respect for Twitter because a lot of people go, well, you can't really say much in 140 characters. You can, actually. You can get a decent amount across if you know how to worm your way around those 140 characters without, of course, using something like tweet longer or using multiple replies to your own tweet to kind of get an extension on that 140 character limit. Still, it's kind of restrictive, much like writing a pentameter is. So, that's all, and remember to rate, comment, and subscribe for more poetry, and please do comment or leave some kind of upvote, downvote, whatever, because I do like getting feedback, and I like to know if people are actually enjoying these or not. I will try to answer any comments that are left below that are genuine comments and not just, this is good, or you suck. And I'll see you guys all on the next one. Take care, and thank you for listening. Have a good day.